And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is Thursday. It is beautiful. And hey, I'm happy to be here because things are maybe melting down at work and I may have to go in later tonight. But hey, for now, though, I get to be here in the stream. And so that's awesome. Hey, I hope you're having a day worth remembering. Let's get into the game because that's going to be fun and exciting. Now, it's raining. You know, the fun thing about building my RV out of carpets and trapdoors is it rains through them. So, you know, that's fun. Especially the carpet, you know. But, anyway. Aside from my leaky RV, we're going to get started here today on a cookie factory. So, the good news is we're already partially started on it. So, you know, that's cool. Yeah, so what we have here so far is stuff, okay? We have all the stuff and things. We have things and we have stuff. And, oh, you know what? I think I left all of my goodies back over at the cake factory. Yes, so we'll have to go get those in a minute. But here's the thing, okay? We've got all of our chips being made, or at least the beginnings of chips, okay? Right, we've got our toffee, we've got caramel, we've got butterscotch, right? We've got all this good stuff coming over here, right? So this is great. Happy about this. What we're going to need after that is a bunch of other stuff, okay? We're going to need wheat, we're going to need sugar, and I guess I could have gone in that door, but fine. We need wheat, we're going to need sugar, we're going to need cocoa powder, and eventually some other toppings and stuff. Because that's fun. But, here we go. But I'm not sure how I want to get this all set up. Because that's the thing. So let's talk through some of this stuff while I run through here and I go back and get my stuff from the cake shop. Because, you know, it's cool and all, but I left a lot of stuff over there that doesn't need to be over there anymore. Plus, it gives us a chance to look at the cake shop, which is just awesome and amazing and fun and stuff. Okay, so this is the create goodies. Okay, so that's going to go here. This is all the this is all decorative stuff over here, so. Hi. Oh, okay. Does help when you don't put a filter on things. All right, so let's just get this in. It's going to be, actually, let's keep the barrels. I may want those. Okay. All right, so we get those. Let's get the ender chest, which I don't need now, but some point in the future, it may be a necessity. Who knows? Okay, grab that and grab the bed. Okay, now I'm not really going to need the bed because I have stuff, but that's okay. It's all glitching out. That's fine too. I need to get that farm restarted. I think that means I'm going to need like 87,000 axes, but you know. All right, so let's talk about the layout here because this is going to be interesting. So I think I may have screwed up a little bit by making these double chests. I mean, it's okay-ish, but yeah, that might have been an issue. Anyway, and the reason being, I need to be able to get all of those ingredients, the toffee and stuff, onto a belt feeding into the cookies. Though there is a reality, there is a world where I could actually pump them out of these these chutes just as I need to. Pull them out of there and then onto a thing that then feeds to this belt here and then goes down this way. Okay, that's a possibility. We'll kind of see how this goes. For now, let's set up a work area. These are decorative, and those are less so. And let's get our thing. Now, I did also bring my RV over here, but if I just set up shop here, I may not need the rest of it. In the meantime, I also have cake, so we're just going to set that cake there and munch on that as we go to. Because, you know, cake and stuff. I like cake. Actually, I don't, but hey, in Minecraft, cake is delicious. All right, also, let's get my create tools here. All right, because we're going to have to deal with some shafts. Also, I need to see if I have more shafts. All right, well, if I run out, we'll deal with that problem. Okay, it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. Nobody's going to notice the lack of fineness here. Okay, so input-wise, all of our stuff is coming down this way. Now, I am pulling a bunch of sugar and things over here. Oh, and I'm going to have to dump sugar down this line as well, which is fine. It just means that I'm going to end up having to fill this whole mess up. Ick. Okay. No, it's fine. Just have to fill this whole mess up before anything goes down that way. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of sugar. So fortunately, I have a sugar farm and it's going to do all the things. So many things. And hey, we'll be over here and just waiting for this farm to go to. So, you know, we're great. We're totally great. I mean, we don't have enough sugar to do anything about it, but hey, okay. All right, so hang on. I'm being distracted by myself. This is a problem. I distract myself all the time. It's a problem, okay? We're going to deal with the problems, and the problem is me. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. Only somebody sang a song about that or something. So anybody? Maybe? All right. All right, so what to do? All right, so basically, we're going to start the cookie factory going this way. Okay. So I need to... Look, a hole. Okay. So we're going to need to do a couple of things. We're going to have to make sweet dough again. Everything uses sweet dough, which is fine. Sweet dough is delicious. It's all sweet and doughy and stuff. Not unlike that geeky guy in your class. Okay, for those of you who happens to still be in class. All right, so what are we going to do here? All right, well, we're going to make dough is what we're going to do. Sweet dough. That's donuts. Which is... Oh, it's not sugar dough. It's sweet dough. It's sugar dough. All right. Sugar dough, sugar dough, sugar. Okay, so we're going to have regular sugar dough. And we're going to have chocolate sugar dough. And the main difference is the regular sugar dough has wheat, flour, sugar, and water, and the chocolate has all of that plus cocoa powder. Okay, so no big deal. We can deal. Is it just one of each? Oh, it is one of each. What say you to completely on-demand cookie making? Right? That's a thing we could do. Completely on demand. So, like with some of the other shops, like the cake shop over there, I bulk crafted a bunch of stuff, right? A bunch of sugar dough to use elsewhere. What if I don't do that? What if I go fix these trains, but then think about doing them one at a time? That would be interesting. I mean, so I would still have to go get... Hello, Chloe. I'm good. How are you doing? Hope your day is going well. Okay. Sorry, I just need to... You're also good. I'm glad to hear that. I am very glad to hear that. Sorry, I just had to make a quick change because some weird thing is just happening. Anyway, things are going okay. Things are going okay. I'm fighting with my trains, but that's not unusual. And we're going to be making all the cookies, so that'll be cool. All right, so what I'm going to have to do to make sweet doughs, we are going to have to make flour. Okay, so we can make a bunch of flour. You know, so that's easy enough. All right. So let's start that process. So we'll come through here and we'll get all grindy, because who doesn't like to grind once in a while? That's going to be too long. I don't need this to be too long. Though it wouldn't hurt to have maybe a little bit of a buffer for stuff. Like to sleep. Do I need a graphics designer? Not really. And I certainly don't need graphics designers that spam their services in my chat. Because that is just uncool. All right, so if we come this way. All right, yeah, so we'll set up one little barrel here. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Maybe not the cleanest possible way of doing it, but it'll work, I suppose. All right, you might as well just bring the whole set. Okay, so that will go there. That will go there. And, you know, I think I know I have wheat. Come back here. I know I have wheat bales, but I think I left some actual wheat here somewhere. Yep. Cool. All right, so we'll just pull the wheat in this way. And then, let's see. Do I have a millstone? No, because that would involve planning ahead. Okay. Chloe, if you don't knock off the spam, I'm going to ban you in the chat. This is your last and only warning. Okay, so we need a gear. What was it? Gear, casing, and a stone of some sort. And what if I could just use tough? Well, let me use tough. Yes, perfect. All right, so we go there. Let's try this again, this time with stuff in the right place. Awesome. And that goes there. cool beans. So the wheat will come through here. Let's see. Do I have a smart chute? I might. I do. What do you know? What do you know? All right. We'll just smart chute here. Anything that's not wheat, but I think the only thing that's going to be in there that's not wheat are seeds. So this should be good. All right. Nice. So that goes that way. All right. And we'll need to connect this up so it grinds out the stuff. But that should be okay. Actually, do I have... You know what? I had that whole I'm out of shafts thing. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. We should be good. Let's go get some shafts. Because I'm going to have to be crafting a bunch of things that use shafts. And it turns out shafts are sort of important to that process. All right. So let's see. Oh, that's what I was looking for. It's like, I know there's a reason I just sort of automatically jumped into my inventory. What is it? It's like, I'm hungry. Hungry. Okay, there's some shafts. Cool. I may need some more, so we're just going to let that grind away and... Cool. We'll let the rest of those go. Because we might need them later. You know, because that's why you craft stuff ahead of time. Okay. We are doing a thing. Right? Right. All right. So let's see now. We'll get the wheat. Yeah, we'll get the wheat going. Right? So this will grind into all of the dough of our dreams, right? Just think of all that dough. Yeah. All right, so we're going to need some planks. Okay, first of all. And let's make some cogwheels. All right. So step one, this is going to connect. Yeah, so that'll connect here. Oops, wrong thing. That goes there. That's going to go there. And then I'm going to need a gearbox. Okay. Great. And as long as I don't accidentally connect the gearbox to the other shaft, we should be fine. Just have a bowl of cookie dough. Well, yes, kinda. I can make raw cookies. That's like bowls of cookie dough, right? How's it going, Snoopers? You thought you were making a joke. But no. I, in fact, can make raw cookie dough. Raw butterscotch cookies? I know, right? That's because I just dumped it all in a chest. I know, right? Okay. So, we're going to get all of this stuff. The next thing we're going to need... I like this plan. I'm happy to be a part of it. Let's get droppers. I need to get that on a soundboard. But do I have that on my soundboard? That's a good question. I don't think I do. All right. Yep. Definitely going to go have to find that quote from Ghostbusters and put it on my soundboard. All right. Do I have droppers? This would be probably a no, but hey, we're going to hope. Well, no. It's just... You wonder where all of my inventory went? It's all in here. Heck, this box was from the donut shop. I haven't emptied it since then. I have problems. I have definite problems. They're problematic problems, and yeah. Did it auto sort? No. Well, the ice cream truck will figure it out. But yes, it looks a little organized. Well, it's because I just threw stuff in it in a semi-organized way at first. And now it's just got random garbage because this is who I am. I throw random garbage into boxes and build sorting systems to organize it for me later because I'm too lazy to do it. I might have a problem. Anyway, what am I doing? Oh, right, barrels. Okay. Turns out I had lots of barrels. All right, so sugar dough is going to need more sugar, it turns out. And we'll need water, and we'll need other stuff, but that's okay. Yes, I think I know what I'm doing. You should all be very afraid, but I think I do in fact know what I'm doing. Sugar. Sugar. Cool. Cocoa powder. Also cool. All right, so sugar goeth thusly. Cocoa powder also thusly goeth. You wonder if Sprite organized it. It's possible. I think Sprite is probably more organized than I am, but I don't know anymore. All right. So that goes there. Oh, right. Droppers. I was actually in the process of making things. Oh, this means I'm going to need redstone. Fortunately, I have a little bit, so we got that going for us. We're going to need a bunch of droppers, so we'll just get those. All right, so drop. No, these actually need to point down. If they point out, I mean, sometimes they kind of sort of work, but up is definitely a thing. Okay. So we'll point these things down, and that'll be simpler. All right. Okay, let's maybe not put mixed dirt in with our brown sugar. I know it's close to the same thing, but one of those is more delicious than the other. And my preference is to just eat brown sugar out of the bag with a spoon. Did I mention that I have a problem? Okay, yeah. Oh, I love brown sugar. We even got. Have you seen those like terracotta discs? You soak them in water, and then you put them into your brown sugar, and when you seal it up, and then it keeps your brown sugar soft. Oh yeah, it's cool. And then you scoop out whatever brown sugar you need, and then you just wash off and rehydrate that disc and put it back in. Oh, it's so lovely. Okay, so these are all going to jump out. Oh, yes, they are cool. Now, we don't use enough brown sugar to keep brown sugar around anymore, but we've gotten pretty good at mixing sugar and molasses. So, but yeah, it's actually really cool. All right, so we're going to pull these three things out. Do I happen to still have a basin in my inventory? I do not. But yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I'm sure a quick a quick trip to Google will find those for you. But yeah, it's really cool. Okay. Okay, so this is going to go this way. So the idea here is we will, oops, put this in the right place. Okay. So we'll use radio links. We'll trigger droppers into all of these things. Let's hang on. I need to make more andesite droppers or andesite. Funnily dealy bobs. I know that's totally the word. You know, it's not enough that they're dealy bobs, but now they're funnily. And funnily enough, I'm just going to make up random words on the spot because that's the way I am. I know. You're all shocked. Okay. But yeah, though it's very cool. So now when I do this, oh, I need to get water in here too, which is fine. I can pump up from the side. It doesn't necessarily have to come straight up under that. So that's going to be okay. I just need water and a pump. Boy, does that sound like a TV show or something? It's like an 80s sitcom. Water and the pump. It's like a cop show or something. Just a really, really cheesy one. I mean, a lot of cop shows were cheesy, but you know, it's a thing. All right, so we'll just set up a water source down here. It'll pump from that into the dealy bob, and we'll get our dough eventually. So let's wire this guy up. I'm going to have to craft up some things. Because I'm going to need... That's cool, fence. Gearboxes? Yes. We're going to need a few of those. All right. Step number 1. So, let's... we don't need the axe. Okay. Some of these tools, I know what I'm doing with them. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get our mechanical pump. We'll go, yep, that way is fine. Given the way this is shaping up, actually, I think I want to move that down one. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. If I can learn to do it, you can learn to do it. Something. I don't remember the rest of the words of that song. Anastasia was a fun movie, y'all, but that doesn't mean I remember how the songs go. I mean, there's nothing historically accurate about it other than the fact she's Russian. But aside from that, it's a great movie. All right, so that'll go that way. And our mixer will hop right in here. Great. And then, you know what? Let's just get a large cogwheel. Because it'll just be easier. This will end up spinning faster, which is great, but okay. Cool. So that's going to happen there, and then I'm going to need water buckets. So many water buckets. Do I still have my... Yes, I do still have my water source over here. Every once in a while, my laziness pays off. All right. Cool. All right. You have a feeling you'll be making cookies tonight? That sounds like a fabulous idea. We have a tremendous cookie recipe that's it's a little weird because it uses Jello and pudding as part of the cookie. But what you end up with is these really soft, amazing cookies. And I like them. My only problem with them is that they end up being a little bit fruity. And I don't always want fruity in my cookies. But they are delicious. We made some. It was with chocolate pudding and raspberry Jello. So you had chocolate raspberry, and I think we put white chocolate chips in it. Oh, it was so good. But hey, I think the recipe by default uses strawberry Jello and banana pudding, so you get strawberry and banana, which is good too. You can't mix chocolate and fruit? Fair. That's fair. Oh, yes, the chocolate-covered cherries are so good. At least they used to be. The newer ones, they changed their recipe or something, the cherry cordials, and now they're not as liquidy in the middle. It's more like fake creamy goopiness, and they're not nearly as tasty. Okay, so these guys will be up here doing radio link things, but we'll program that up in a bit. Yeah, I like the liquidy goodness too. You know, it's just like, okay, now, yeah, it's just delicious. That's what it is. All right, so we now have all of these things. And I don't need to get the brown sugar, but I do need to get each of these items. I need to get one of each of those, get them through a slicer, and then into the cookie. So we're going to have to think about that in the future. All right, let's look at our raw cookie dough here. So we've got butterscotch, caramel, chocolate chips, berries, toffee, and white chocolate. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, man, Snoopers. I could eat all of those no-bake cookies. They are so good. Love those things. Peanut butter is one of my weaknesses anyway. And chocolate also. Oh, so delicious. If I were not trying to lose all the weight in the world, okay, not trying very hard, it turns out. But if I weren't trying to, I would make those more often. Peanut butter is your survival food? That's fair. I have peanut butter in my breakfast every morning. I do oatmeal for breakfast because supposedly it's good for your heart and stuff. So I do oatmeal with peanut butter and usually strawberries, but sometimes I'll do blueberries or mixed berries. So I can get some fruit. Because I can actually eat those, as long as I don't go too crazy, I can eat those without triggering my fructose intolerance. Which is a little nutso. Alright, so I need dark chocolate, white chocolate. It was regular chocolate chip cookies too, right? Something like that. Ah, you need to clean your keyboard. Yeah, that's fair. Raw cookie. What are these? Oh, the raw cookie uses regular chips. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to have to get 3 different chocolates over here, which is fine. I have a pickup station for that. Oh, you don't know how to lock it? Yeah, that would do it. I mean, you can always unplug it. That would be a thing, right? Okay, so this will come these way. Oh, it's a laptop. Well, that's a little tougher. Ooh, here's a thought. Okay, so I've got the dough is happening down here. And it's going this way. Wonderful. What if I pull the chips off over here? Because the chips are all gonna, yeah, dough! You know, I don't do a very good Homer Simpson impression, but it might be because I haven't watched The Simpsons since season 1. Yep. But all of this stuff's going to have to go through the chipper too. Okay. That's an interesting idea. All right, now, let's move this crafting table because obviously that crafting table plays a critical role in everything we're doing. All right, so how am I going to do this? Because I was absolutely not planning anything before, so, you know, got that going for us. Cool, so let's run some stuff this way. And yeah, I can pull the 3 different chocolates out here, load them into storage here, and all that stuff. You have your ringtone set. If your daughter calls me, oh, it's Baby from The Simpsons. Mom, mom, mom. Yep. That's fair. You know, it annoys me. And in one of Android in one of the later updates removed a setting I found amazingly helpful. See, I prefer to keep my phone on vibrate so I don't get a ringtone. And older Android phones used to have a feature where you could set it so it would only do a ringtone in the, Android users up top. But yeah, so it would only give a ringtone through a Bluetooth headset or your regular headset. It wouldn't do it through the phone. It would only do it if you had Bluetooth connected. And I loved that setting because if I was walking home listening to a podcast or something and the phone rang and suddenly my podcast stopped, I'm like, okay, did my Bluetooth disconnect? What's going on? This is stupid. But, you know, then it would ring. Oh, this makes sense. Yes, perfect. But on my Android 16 phone, I've got a Google Pixel 9 something or other here. I don't have that option. I either get ringtone in all the things or nothing. So I'm back to having a ringtone. And my ringtone, because I am mildly geeky, is the communicator sound from the original series. And I have that in part because I have this. This is a Bluetooth, you're also a Pixel user, nice. This is a Bluetooth speakerphone. And for if you can't make it out on camera here, let me jump to the webcam. I have a communicator for my phone. And yeah, you just flip it open and it will answer the phone, and it's a speaker phone. So it's just like using an actual communicator. And then you hang up by closing it. And it's wonderful. And because my ringtone is the communicator sound, it beeps. It beeps like a tricorder or a communicator. Beeping like a tricorder wouldn't make any sense for the communicator. Ensign Ricky, yeah, that's it. I'm the red shirt who sees that he's beaming down with Kirk, Spock, and McCoy and realizes he's not coming home. Oh, scene. If you do exclamation point scene, I can change it too, but yeah, if of course, then I change it before you. But yes, any of the mods, if you use exclamation point scene, here, do it again. do exclamation point scene. It will flip you back. There you go. Say, so in those cases when I'm just stupid, all of you happy moderators out there, you can fix it for me. Okay, so we're going to have 3 chips coming in this way. It does work on YouTube. It works on YouTube. It works on Twitch. Doesn't work on Kick, but nothing works on Kick because Kick is stupid. Okay. And all right. So I may cut off part of this. We'll see how this works. But yes, 100%. All right. So what I'm going to need here is I'm going to need to pull stuff off this line on demand, which means we're going to feed it through droppers. And we're going to take the chocolate here on demand. And when it gets demanded, it's going to drop off onto a line, go through a slicer, and then we'll get the chips. Okay. And then the other thing we're going to need is sweet berries. But I don't think we slice sweet berries. Yeah. I fully understand and appreciate that. And believe me, I've been thinking long and hard about that. And so it's not without some caution that I started streaming on Kick as part of the multi-streaming setup. It definitely I definitely has some baggage. How am I going to get this out of here? So that's going to have to go that way. I suppose... wow. What am I doing here? Okay. I could pop it down. Yeah, I could do it that way. I know, but my Minecraft life, it's just... I'm just walking around talking to myself. It's like, if I keep this up, you know, I could become president or CEO or something of something. Also, apparently, I've decided I need to get this coal. I don't know why I need to get this coal and this iron, because it's not like I don't have an iron farm or anything, but... Oh, look, more iron. But nope. Totally have to get it. It's apparently a thing I have to do. All right. The copper makes sense. The coal and the iron, a little bit less so. Excuse me. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have all the problems again. Where did I put that iron? Wow. Okay. They're preaching to the choir. Yeah. Well, there's a word that just looks wrong. Yeah, no, OIR is correct, but it looks wrong no matter how you spell it. Choir is just one of those weird words. All right, so if I were to bring this under here, I have to come under this belt, which is fine. All right, so if I were to bring these over here, drop them into a dealy bob, I think I can make this work. And by dealy bob, I mean dropper. The dropper variant of the dealy bobs. Okay, it's from the dropper dealy bobs up north. They're from old money, and they're not about those dispenser dealy bobs, which are they have issues with them, you know. Don't know why watching and listening to mining is nice. It's got a good rhythm to it, you know. All right, so if I were to come over here and we were to bring this way, okay. slide this under here. I could probably do the same thing. All right. Hang on. Let me sleep and then we'll... That's not the bed. Turns out I can't sleep in a toolbox. It just doesn't... I don't fit well enough. I can't stretch out. You know, I kind of need to do that. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. So if I bring this over this way, kind of sort of like so. All right. We'll deal with that in a minute. I am not a tool. Contrary to what people have said about me in the past. Okay. So we'll swing this under here. Okay, and then I can bring in a dropper onto a belt going this way or something like that. So these guys, right, because I've got 3 chocolates and a berry I need to run through here. Though the berries don't go through the slicer, so I can handle them elsewhere. Because this is totally the craziest thing. Yeah. All right, so... All right. So if I bring this way. 3 chocolates and a berry walk into a belt. The first chocolate says to the other one, "I'm very happy to see you." The berry gets annoyed because that's cultural appropriation, and the chocolate now is going to get canceled. Sorry, it got dark, but that was a dark chocolate. Okay, I'm just going to see myself out. Okay. Yeah, actually, so maybe I don't need these here. Okay, we'll, clippable maybe. Yep, Oh, I absolutely grabbed a clip of that. I don't know if it's... I can't remember if my command already automatically does a Twitch clip or not, but it's definitely clippable. I spent like 2 hours yesterday editing clips to upload on socials. It was a thing. All right, so yeah, if I drop this down onto a thing here, so droppers. What I might do, this would make a little bit of sense. Hang on. The dirt doesn't make sense. Dirt makes 0 sense, but but this is the world we live in, so we'll make it happen. Okay. Okay, so that'll go there. I'll get some chutes to feed this thing, but I do have a button to clip things. Yes, I have a button here on my Go XLR. Or no, Go XLR, my Stream Deck, because it would be really weird to have it on my Go XLR. That records, or saves the last 30 seconds, or last minute, it's like 64, 65 seconds, of a vertical view of my stream. And so I just go periodically and edit those down to shareable segments to spam out on socials. I don't have a command. Actually, the problem I have with the clip command is that Twitch's API will only do it will only do like 30-second clips, I think, which is bizarre. So if you want to do anything that's different from that, you need to clip it yourself. Yeah, it's just weird. Okay, so we'll just run these this way. Yeah. Yeah, so these are going to belt over here, but I need to take a look at traffic control for a minute. Because I think what I may need to do here is back up this line a little bit. Yeah, and YouTube has their own clip command as well, but I've never used their clip editor, so I have no idea how it works. Okay, so I'm basically going to need, let's move this back here. Okay. And then this guy, oh yeah, this is going to make sense. Sure it will. Oops. Don't you hate it when you accidentally remove the shaft? That's not typically what you want to have happening, but you know. Hey, Sprite, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right, so that goes that way. This goes that way. And then we take a little bit of belts in my life. Okay, belty, belty. And, whoopsies. Hi. Hi, we're being confused. How are you? Oh. So many dad jokes happen on this stream. I mean, if it's not apparent now, it will be in 9 months. Okay, this will come out here. You know, fine. No, fine. Everything's fine. Come on. It's all right. No, we're fine. It's gonna be great, you know. Oh, anyway, so your kids are done with school, Sprite. That is awesome. Okay, so that's gonna go that way. So these will all dispense. And because these are close together, we'll have to space them out for the droppery goodness. Okay. Today's your youngest first day of working a real job. Oh, fun. Ah. Oh, yes. The reasons. Okay. You know what? We're just going to tap into that. Wonderful. I feel better about life. Okay. So that's going to go that way. And oh, actually, you know what? I think I've got, that's a thing that exists. She was hoping she'd get the cash at the end of the day. That's fair. All right, so let's see if this actually does what. Oops, nope, that was right. I wonder if this will do what I want it to do. I want that to go that way. Nope. I'm going to try it on this side and hope it works. And let's get our dealy bobs. Oh, man. So my dad was a cop, okay? He was a cop for 31 years. And there was one year when, and actually it's happened on many years, but there was one year that one of the grocery unions went on strike. Okay. It happens from time to time up in Denver. And somebody had the bright idea of, it's like, hey, why don't we call in a bunch of these single parents, single mothers, and they could come break the strike, I guess. But they could come work, and this will be an opportunity for them to work and gain job experience and all this fun stuff. Seems like a great idea to somebody. Oh, look, droppers. Okay, cool. So they come in and they work, and they're all excited because now here comes payday. These were grown adults who had never seen a paycheck before, and they rioted. Seriously, the police had to be called to deal with the fact that a bunch of these single mothers who had never worked a job before are freaking out because their check is about a third lighter than they expected it to be. And yeah, fortunately, it was also payday for the cop, so he pulled out his own pay stub and said, "Look, here are all the taxes. This is how they work." Oh man, that was crazy. I was, looking for encased chain drives. Cased. Yep. Do I have any? Yeah. So it was a heck of a deal. Okay, maybe I'm just out of encased chain drives. All right, well, that's cool. I shall invest my hard-earned iron. Okay, it's not hard-earned. I'm just baking golems. And we will create our own encased chain drives. Perfect. Okay. All right, so yeah. And yes, the inventory. Slowly. Inventory's full. Okay, and that is spinning the wrong way. Awesome. That's just peachy. Okay. Yep, because inventories are a thing. Let's see. If I were to put one of these over here, will this work? Okay, maybe if I put the shaft back. Cool. I don't know why that broke, but that's cool. Oh, I see why that broke. Okay. Good plan, but wrong. You should have taken the screenshot. Here we have the rare moments when Pearl Stalker's inventory was not a hot mess. Scientists now believe that this is a once-in-a-decade experience. Sadly, no one was there to document it, so we now believe that this was a myth. Oh, okay. Okay, so now... Oh, you do the thing. And you do the thing. Okay, yep. That feeling when yes, your inventory is only empty for the first 15 seconds, yeah. Oh man, nope. I have definite inventory issues. That's just all there is to it. All right, so cool. And then now I have to make this turn somehow. Okay, today on As the Belt Turns. Okay, so that is going the right way. So what I can do is, there are messes, and then there are hot messes. And then there's the special degree of disaster that is my current level of create mod. Okay? It is just beyond a hot mess. Not quite like pouring lava down your shorts, but fairly close. And this is my life now. Like sands to the articles. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, Sprite, I used to watch it too. Yes. Lava down your shorts would solve many problems very quickly. Yeah. No, I used to watch Days of Our Lives. I went through that brief time in high school. Okay, so this will all need to go through a slicer, or actually have a slicer on it. You did when your sister was into it? Yeah. I actually had a teacher in high school who was totally into it too. And so a lot of her, yes, Bo and Hope, exactly. A lot of her examples that she would throw out were Bo and Hope related. All right, so I'm going to need a slicer, which means that's a turntable, which is sadly not something we can drop sick beats on. Okay, grab a slab. All right. Turntable. Ta-da! And now, let's grab a slicer. Good. It was in your high school years, your grandparents used to watch. That's fair. That is fair. All right. Cog and a dealy bob. All right. Casings I got, cogs I got. Slicer. Oh, yes. We got it. Oh, baby, we got it. All right. So we can slicey. How shall we slice the ways? Okay. Oh no, this should be wonderful. Okay. Yes. No. 100%. Bo and Oprah, your first introduction to what romantic love is. It's dramatic. Yes. All the drama. Yeah. No, I was at that age because it was high school and I was a guy and there were hot girls on the TV and often they were making kissy faces with people. And, you know, for some reason, as a guy, as a teenage high school guy, I thought that was awesome and stuff. So, yeah. For you, it's Belle and Sean. Okay. Yep. Do I have chests? Or am I stuck? Oh, I do have chests. Perfect. Yep. Ack! Falling. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to need to slap a dealy bob on there and a chest here. All right. Cool. So we'll fill this up with knives in a minute, but so this is the idea. Oh, I should get some more shoots. I was going to say, let's shoot up. That's not quite the phrasing I should use with this, I think. Yeah, no, we should be doing something else with our time. Like automating cookie production. All right, so this is going to end up with crazy amounts of stuff here. So awesome. All right. All right, so that's going to be a thing. You know what? Do I have sticks? I can have sticks. We're okay. Wow. Okay, today in Hot Messes, we are looking at Pearl Stalker's inventory. Okay, grab some sticks. And some knives. Knife. Okay. All right, no, we're good. Well, I should throw some diamond knives or something over here, but that's okay. Ack, it's spinning in the wrong direction. Well, just put the knives in the other way. What's wrong with you? All right, fine. You can't put the knives in the other way. All right. So much for plan A. All right. Ack! Well, that was bad. Okay, no. Yeah, I wish you could. I really do wish you could turn the knives, but can't, and that's just silliness. So, okay, that goes there. We'll just do it that way. All right, we're good. Oh, Sean was their son. Okay. Bo and Hope had a son, and of course, the son learned from his parents that dramatic romantics are the best romantics, right? I totally get that. Yeah, see, that was past my time. I watched for a little while, also because I got home from school about 2:30 and would watch Days of Our Lives, I think, or I don't know if I was able to watch the whole thing or just the last half of it or something. And then that ended, and I was able to watch and whatever cartoon was on that I really liked at the time. So, yeah, it was. And then they got a new caster or a new actor to play Bo, and I didn't like him as much, and that was sad. And I think that's about when I stopped watching. Oh, look at all of that stuff that's in there. Okay. Well, remember only caring about the Bo and Hope stuff. Yeah. I think those were the only two I actually liked. Everyone else I was just I didn't care about unless you got dramatically slow music and then the fade and pan. You know the fade and pan. Oh yes, you all know what the fade and pan is. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, so cool. All right, so this is going to give us our chips. Good. Yep. We all know the fade and pan. I'm going to need some more brass funnels. Okay. So this is going to have to come out this way. Cool. Okay. That's just messed up. But that's fine. No, it's wonderful. We're totally fine. I'm stuck. That's it. I'm stuck in my machine. I fell in. I should be able to get out. But no. All right. So that needs to go that way. All right. Let's make some more funnels. Because brass. Okay. Brass. Okay. We got a stupid one. Okay. For weeks you watched Sean and Belle. Oh, would you watch Sean and Belle were on a school trip to a tropical island? Yes. Okay, that's fair. Getting close to doing adult things. Yes. See, that's why I watched the show. I watched the show for the adult things because I was a high school guy, and that's just why you watch shows. It's for the adult things. Okay. Should work out. Oh, I think I need light bulbs. All right, hang on. They haven't banned them yet. Ack, don't filter my box. That would be weird. Oh, I need a crafting table because, yep, that's the thing. Cool. Excuse me. Yes. Oh yeah. That I totally get it. Because in high school, we're just stupid. Oh, man. All right, so just throw that in there. All right, so we'll need to get some chocolates in here to set some filters, but that's cool. So basically, let me explain what I just did, okay? We're going to call for chocolate. It's going to come through here, and either dark chocolate, regular chocolate, white chocolate will get sucked into these barrels, fed into here and down and into this dropper, okay? Or the other ones along the line, okay? Cool. Then what'll happen is I don't have radio links. When the time comes and I want white chocolate chip, ta-da, it will trigger the dropper, which feeds it onto the line, and it will go down this way, get sliced up into chips, and we will have all the chips. We're going to have all the chips. It makes lots of chips. All right, well, that's fine. Yeah, you get 8 chips from things. Oh, huh, all right. Well, we're just going to end up with lots of leftover chips. It'll be fine. Anyway, and Snooper sits at the belt with her mouth wide open. Yes. Just, yeah, so we're going to end up with extra chips, and that's not ideal. Okay. Because could we just not do extra chippy cookies? Could that be cool? I want to do extra chippy cookies because I'm feeling chippy. Or is it chipper? One of the two. It is one of those two things that I am totally feeling. All right. So it's going to be the same thing with these, okay? These get loaded up with butterscotch and caramel and toffee. And we'll drop it, we'll feed it in, and we're going to do the same thing, yes. Egg-free raw dough. Hey, you're in luck. Our sweet dough is made with the finest of groundwater. Yes, groundwater right next to dirt. It adds an extra little flavor to the, cookie. Oh, man. We have so many eggs right now. My wife is chicken sitting, which is a weird thing. She's chicken sitting for one of our friends at church. Friend left on a trip, but needed somebody to take care of her chickens. And so she's going and harvesting the eggs from the chickens. And her friend said, yes, go ahead and keep any eggs that they lay. So we have so many eggs at the moment. Okay. So we'll need this. Okay. So I wonder. I don't believe in that happening. Yeah. Because salmonella is stopped by faith. Having lived through a salmonella poisoning, I can totally understand that. Yeah. Well, my wife grew up on a farm, so she's all about the chicken life. Where we live in town, I don't think we can actually have chickens, but all right. So we are going to be dealing with extra chips, which means your town you can have up to 6 hens, but no roosters. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so if I'm going to have chocolate cookies, or for not chocolate cookies, I'm going to have cookies with chips. I'm going to have to dispense 8 of these. so we can get all of the dough. Okay. Maybe I didn't think this is through as well as I thought I did. Okay. Stomach tends to flip out easily. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, technically raw flour is also a salmonella risk, but yeah. Yeah, just eat the eggs fast enough. If you make a, make a big bowl, it's all good, right? It stays cold. It never gets a chance to get to room temperature. It's fine. Okay, so I am now... All right, how do I want to deal with this problem? I have created my... Past me has now created a problem for present me, and present me is not happy about it. Future me is all over there. See, I told you so. Past me is a jerk. I think future me has the right of it. Okay, so, and I can't even sleep on it because it's like an hour before bedtime, and I want to go to bed, but I just can't. I'm tossing and I'm turning, and I don't have my book by me. And... Yep. That is a universal statement, I think. Evergreen, that is. All right, so cool. So that's going to create 8 chips. All right, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Fortunately, the bridge is covered with cans of worms, so we'll just take care of all of those at the same time. You know, because I like to be at least mildly efficient. All right, so great. So this is all going to meander over this way, and I guess I could make that spit out 8. That's fine. That bridge is too well guarded. Yes. I remember that episode. I have to get back to watching Stargate. I stopped because I decided, okay, I'm going to go watch all the Star Wars movies. Or I was going to watch all of the live action Star Wars, so shows and everything. And I decided I was not really in the mood to rewatch The Mandalorian or Skeleton Crew, so I just jumped to the sequels. I still need to watch Rise of Skywalker, is that. But then I decided, you know what? I haven't watched Firefly in forever. So I'm now 5 episodes into Firefly, which is great because Firefly is awesome. And then I also am watching Ironheart, which just dropped yesterday, maybe. So, do I have a favorite Firefly episode? I'm not sure. Our Mrs. Reynolds is really good. Because that's the one I just finished watching. Janestown is great. You know, because this is what going mad feels like. But, those two might be my favorites, actually. All right. So we'll just... All right, I'll just figure out a clock.
I aim to misbehave.
Yep. Where go his eyes? Follow me. Yep. All right, cool. So cookie dough is over here. Awesome. Yeah, so we're going to have fun with redstone clocks is basically what I'm hearing myself say. All right, so this is going to come over this way, and we'll bring it up over there somewhere, because sure. I guess also the berries need to happen here somewhere too, don't they? All right, well, I could bury on my wayward son. Sure. No, I can't bury across the top of that. That would just be in the way. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. So if we dough out this way. Okay, let me give myself just a little bit more room. Okay, cool. And now let's get another dealy bob over here so we can cookie up. All right, now let's just double check raw cookie dough recipe. Okay. Oh, it's just smashy smashy. Is that true with the berries too? Um, that's cooked. I don't want to cook my berries yet. That's why I recommend cold. No, never mind. I'm not going there. Over making sci-fi show puns. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's caramel chips. Toffee chips. Where are my berry chips? I mean, I could just not do berries. I mean, that would be fine too. Right, that's all the chocolate. All right, hang on. We are going to. All right, raw cookie. All right, sweet berries. Oh, they smash in too. Okay, awesome. Well, that'll make things easy. Okay. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be great. Okay, so the raw dough is gonna come over this way. And then we will just... Right, and then we're just gonna feed them into the smasher. In a basin. So, okay. Great. I can make that happen. We can totally make that happen by putting a basin right there. So good at basin placing. Okay. And that will go like this. See, some people have actual marketable skills. And me, you know, I can play Minecraft badly. Okay, it's... That went too far. All right. We've gone too far. All right. I like to think it's because of my sci-fi references that snag me over to Tinker. Yeah. All the sci-fi references. Well, I talk in movie quotes as it is, so, you know, it's... All right, so our berries are going to go with thus... Actually, you know what? Let's not go into a barrel. Okay? Barrels are fine and dandy. But to really foul things up, it's going to take a dropper. Boy, there was a quote that rang more true the more I studied computers, is to err is human, but to really foul things up takes a computer. Yep, I am fully believing that. 100%. Okay, so that goeth thusly, and now... Okay, that's on the wrong side. All right. Heck. And now this goes here. Okay, cool. So basically, we're going to drop our berries into this dropper because that seems like a reasonable thing to do. Do I have berries? Okay, we're berry free, but I have to go get chocolate too, so we'll get all of those at the same time. All right, so the berries will go through here. We'll trigger berries, and they'll go out. Now, I could, actually, because I have to trigger 8 of these to do the thing. Your son has discovered a loophole meme that you keep hearing him, or loopable meme you keep hearing him. Okay. Oh, I've heard that one. The rats meme. Yeah, Martin in the Little Woods would quote that one a lot. from the when he was on the Rats SMP. Yeah. Okay. That'll work. So we'll just stick that to that 8 o'clock as well. Sweet. Kids in the school say that all the time. Yeah, well, if there's one thing that will make a person crazy, it is in fact school. Okay, do I have enough? Oh, this is fine. Do I have enough of these Dealy Bobs here? Okay, butter and sugar. Wheat. Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Berries. Yeah, okay. Boy, it's a good thing I planned ahead. All right. No, actually, I would have had room coming this way, so we're okay. All right, we're fine. Yeah, your son's in school. Okay. Okay, so I think we are going to be fine and dandy-ish. So, all right, so that's going to go that way, which means we need to bring out this stuff this way. And I think what I'll do, because I'm feeling a particularly vague sort of laziness, and you got to watch out for that vague laziness. You know, you get specific laziness, and that's kind of to be expected in some places. But vague laziness is just, that's just weird. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do here is this is going to go like so. This will meander over this way. This one, okay, that's going to go somewhere over there. We'll sort that out in a minute. That goeth there. Okay. And that, oh, it's too short. It's too short. Okay. All right, cool. So that will go there. And actually, this probably is going to have to go that way. All right. Coming to take me away, haha, hee hee, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. Yep, that's the one. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think this goes here. Oops, kind of, sort of goes there. And then thus the world happens. Okay. The first time I heard that song was... Oh. Okay, hang on. I gotta get all this. First time I heard that song was at it was like high school outdoor lab. I don't know if this was just like a Colorado thing or what, but we had it was like a week-long day camp in high school. Or day camp. It was like a week-long camp in high school where they locked all of us high school kids, or maybe it was middle school kids, actually, in cabins. And, you know, we did outdoorsy things like archery and hiking and, I don't know, all that stuff. But there was a talent show, and a couple of the girls did that as for their talent show thing. It was, yeah, outdoor ed. Yeah, we called it outdoor lab, but that's what it was outdoor ed. And yep, we went to Rocky Mountain National Park, and it was totally a thing. And okay, that goes there. That goes there. And then we funnel. Okay, great. Yeah, you didn't have that? Yeah, I said it was a week-long dealy bob. All right. Let's see. How do I want to connect that? Because I can't connect right to that mixer. If I'm feeling particularly lazy. Is that just one in between? Yeah, fine. We're doing it that way. All right. Yeah, so as someone who doesn't like camping to begin with, now we were in cabins, so it wasn't like we were in tents or anything like that. But as someone who doesn't like camping to begin with, having to go camping with a bunch of people that I didn't like and who didn't like me wasn't exactly my the most exciting thing I could have been doing over that week. But hey, we got to do archery and stuff, so that was cool. Back before they took fun out of schools. I went, but a thing called Washington Women's Outdoors. Okay. What, fly fishing and you ate a bug. I ate a bug too, but I didn't plan on it. Yeah, archery is fun. No, I was riding my bike one day and I was laughing at something or smiling or whatever. And I ended up with a bug that flew straight down my throat. I was not happy about it. But yeah. But archery's fun. I actually just took my daughter out yesterday. Yesterday morning, we went down to the shooting range and she shot pistol for the first time. She's never shot a gun before in her life. And she wanted to come with me because I try to get out a couple of times a year when I can, at least to go shoot. And she had a blast. We were shooting tin cans off the berm there, and we had all sorts of fun. And then she came home and continued to work on a dress that she's making. So she is mastering all of the arts. Okay, so I think we are actually in fairly good shape here. Dang, she made herself a dress the other day. And yeah, well-rounded. You definitely have all of the arts, you know? She can sew, she can shoot, you know, it's all the things. But she it was funny. She had made herself a dress or a skirt or something, I think, that she was wearing with something else. And we had gotten home from church a little bit before she did. Because she was going to the young single adult ward while we were going to the family ward. Why am I over here? Oh yeah, chocolate and berries and things. Which I've now blocked off because I can't get into things. Anyway, I looked out and saw her walking in. She had put together an outfit that looked like this is the villain of whatever movie you're watching, right? It was the black flowing skirt with the wind was blowing, but it was, and she was wearing this red corset top dealy bob, and oh yeah, she is definitely the person who is going to, you know, do whatever villainy things, you know. It was really funny, and you know, it was a good fit, so you know. Look good on her, but you know, I just had to laugh as I'm walking her or watching her come back, and it's like, oh yes, this is definitely the person who is going to, you know, tear down your movie theater or something. Of course, I tell the story of Minecraft hangs on it. She laughed. It's a cackle, yes. No, I told her that, and she says, "Yep." She knew exactly what was going on. Oh, berries. I will take those. Okay. Anyway, it was fun. She was all excited. Because she's been making a number of skirts and stuff for herself, dresses and skirts. Well, because she is a practical young woman, she wanted pockets. Oh, hi, guys. Um, you know, you should probably stand there. You should probably stand there for a while. Here, I'm going to just nudge you over so that you can be in the best of places. Ah, okay. And we're good. I think the haunted train is now more haunted because it has now killed a person. So we got that going for us. Anyway, so anyway, my daughter is a practical person, and like all practical people, she wanted pockets in her dress. So rather than make pockets and sew them into each individual dress that she's making, she went medieval or Renaissance or something, and she made separate pockets that are on a separate belt that she wears under the skirt, and then all she had to do was put the slits in the skirt so she could then reach those pockets. It's like, okay, we are definitely letting history guide our practicality, and I thought it was just awesome. Okay, dark, regular, and there we go. Sweet. Okay. So that is great. So now, I guess now I can just load these up. There, we'll just throw all of that in there. It'll end up where it's supposed to be. All right. Cool. All right, so we're doing okay. Now, obviously, I don't have any of the ingredient delivery stuff set up. I built the messaging system. I just don't have all of the ingredients and recipes, or the train to go get all that stuff. So we'll get there in a minute, but so far I think we're good. At this point, we should get cookies coming out of this. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, totally practical. So you're right. She didn't need a bunch of fabric. She just used the same thing, and the slits for the dress. It's easy. No, it made all the sense in the world. I just thought it was awesome going back to this the historical, because that's how they used to do pockets, right? Was they just they did the same thing. They would have the pockets under the dress, and then the dress would have the slits, and that's how they could deal with their pockets. Made all the sense in the world. All right, so we're good. So the next thing I'm going to have to do here is let's go get a bunch of ingredients. I want to pre-stock some of this stuff so that we can test this. And I'm going to have to rig up the ordering system, or at least the clock part of it, okay? Because what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to rig the thing so it drops 8 pulses for each of these. And I think they're going to be slow pulses. And then we'll run and we need 8 pulses for the berries, which we'll need more berries, but that's okay. All right. So that's a thing. Okay, so we've got some chocolate here. We have enough of these ingredients that we can test with, but we are going to need some more. So let me go get... we're going to need wheat, we're going to need sugar, we're going to need berries. So we're going to go get the things. But yeah, I thought it was cool how it's like, yep. Pockets are a pain in the neck to make because trying to get the pocket itself to work and all of the other stuff is a hassle. So hey, you only have to do the pockets once, and then any dress she wants to make she can just, okay, there's some wheat. She can just do the same thing. Okay, so that's cool. So that's going to go there. And we're going to need some sugar. In the immortal words of Ash, give me some sugar, baby. Okay, so we got some sugar, got some wheat. Oh, berries. Berries are in this happy little building too. Okay, wherefore art thou berries? There we go. That's fine. Grab a bunch. Okay. We are great. Oh, anyway. So I think we're good. So the only thing that's going to be weird is the redstone. And honestly, I already built this clock once. All right, hang on. Let's drop off some stuff here. Okay, the berries go in there, and the wheat. The wheat is going to go in there, and okay, sugar. Sugar, and sugar. Oh, except I'm going to need to take some of this sugar out to put in down here. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need cocoa powder. Okay, so I think I am going to need to get one more of these. All right, let's go get some cocoa powder too. All right, no, it'll make sense. Yeah, because I need the cocoa powder for the chocolate cookies. Okay. Fortunately, I have a chocolate factory that makes all of this stuff. Just have to go here and make it happen. Or at least pick it up. All right. Oh, this thing just keeps getting stuck because I'm not handling wheat properly is why it keeps getting stuck. I need a wheat destroyer that comes in after this, but sadly my trash comes before that, and it's a problem. Okay. All right, let's get some cocoa. I feel like my chocolate factory isn't running, and I should go check on that, but that's a problem for future me. I don't have to go back to work until Tuesday, so I have time. Or maybe I have to go into work tonight. We'll find out. We are having a literal meltdown at work. Our AC in our data center is getting overly hot, and the AC people are there working on it, but it's very possible I'm gonna have to go in and help shut down servers tonight, and that's not gonna be fun. Yeah, it's not ideal. There is not a single world where this is ideal. All right. Cool. So now we've got cocoa coming in, sugar coming in, we've got wheat flour coming in. All right. Perfect. I'm going to come walk over here to McBurger Hut's factory equipment here for a minute. Because this is a counter. Okay? This is the counter that counts things. I know. You're all shocked at that. That is, in fact, what it does. Also, it's a little off, and now I'm confused. But anyway, this counter decides that, hey, I need so many different burger things. It's cool. Yeah, I feel like I'm off a little bit here. I don't know why. Am I out of chicken or something? I don't know. Okay, anyway. We'll just pretend like it's all working great. Okay, so basically then we'll work off this. I just don't remember how it actually works, so we're going to reinvent it a couple of times, I'm sure. So yeah, it'll be fine. All right, so what I'm going to need is we're going to need redstone. We need hopper and a dropper. And so the idea is, I guess it doesn't really matter where this goes. Somewhere. We'll do it back here. So this is going to go like this. And basically what's going to happen is this what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. This is a thing I do not know. Let's see. We're going to... I need 8 times. Actually, how many pulses is a burn down clock? If a burn down clock would work here, that might be good. That might be the cheater way of doing it. Okay. If I just use a torch clock, will that totally work? Okay. Sorry, I had things making noise at me. That's not great. I don't know why they were making noise at me, but they totally did. Sounded like a USB reconnect thing. All right. Let's see if I remember how to make a clock burn down. That doesn't sound right. Maybe that's the sentence I shouldn't be saying. But okay, so that clicks. And then let's see. I remember how to do this. That's a lie. I remember how to do this. That's a lie. Oh, I remember how to do this. I remember how to do this. I remember how to do this. That's a lie. Okay. And then you reset. Eventually. Or actually you don't because you're not powered. Okay. So if I put this in. Okay, and now we go. And then we don't go. And there are 2 left. And hey, we have 8 things. Cool. So let's okay, well, that's sure. All right. So that's 8 and 8 and 8 and 8. Cool. So if we were to do, hang on, we repeater and we sticky piston. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is, okay, cool. No, I'm totally sure of things. Yeah. Where am I doing this? It's over here somewhere. All right. So, okay. Yep. I don't know. We'll figure this out. So that goes there. Repeater goes there. Except it points this way. And then our sticky piston is going to point one way or another. Doesn't really matter. And then I lever. Hey, I have a lever. Cool. All right, so that goes out this way. Oh, and then this is all torchy. And go. Right? And then you do nothing, right? Because of reasons, right? We have 8 and 8. Cool. And then we go. Okay, we still have 8. All right, good. And then we. Oh, I pulled that back too fast. Okay, then when that goes. All right, I think this will work. I think. All right, so let's throw that. We have 28 in there now. So, all right, if we go. Okay. And now we have 20. Okay, so that is wonderful. I'll need to. It's too fast. Or maybe it's not too fast. So let's say then I were to do. Oh, I'm gonna need. I need things. Hi, do you have things? I thought you might. Okay. We're gonna need brass casings and. Oh no, no, is that what I need? Yes, it is what I need. Okay. Because I need these radios. All right, so we're going to have. Okay, so those are up there. I need to set signal on them. Oh, your PC froze momentarily? Yep. Nope, I have that problem too. All right, so all right, so let's take this out. And so when this triggers, that flashes. All right. Okay. Yeah, no, because of the issues that are going on at work, I may end up, I think I'm going to be stopping a little bit early today. So we'll see how this goes. But, all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and we're going to do. Oh, cool. No, this is good. I should probably. All right, I'll use that. Because I can actually finish a sentence before starting one sometimes. I know. It's a talent, but okay. We're gonna need wheat. We're going to need sugar. Oh, I'll just rob this. I have my regularly scheduled time. Yes, I'm going to be stopping here about 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, so we have sugar and we have cocoa powder. All right, now it doesn't really matter which one we do, but I guess we're making chocolate cookies today, so. Okay. Yeah, I have to step away because my the data center is burning down. So I may have to go in. It's an emergency thing. So I may have to go in and help shut down servers and stuff. We'll see if the basically our AC stopped working. And when that happens, the temperature in the data center goes from a lovely 68 degrees to about 95 in the course of about 2 hours, which is not great. And it's not great for the computers. So, so yeah, all of the So when the electronics start to overheat like that, it's not great. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Now, excuse me. You know, actually, let's do this. We're gonna make berry cookies because that seems like fun. Also, because I don't want to accidentally shut down the funnel while this goes, we're going to put this radio link up here. Okay. All right, and this will be on receive, and it's going to be on chocolate sugar dough, apparently, and berry. Okay. Berry go there. Okay. So that's a thing, and all right. Berry and sugar dough. Chocolate sugar dough, specifically. All right, so what should happen here? I do get called for these things. Fortunately, my boss it happened during the workday. And when I got the alert, I called my boss. And he was like, okay, yep, we already know. I'm there. We're working on it. I said, great. And then he called me about 20 minutes before stream. I was this close to canceling stream because of what was going on there. So, yeah. So fortunately, I'm able to come here and make cookies. Okay. Do I not get to do chocolate? I don't think I can do berry cookies. Well, that's annoying. All right, fine. I think I screwed up this test anyway. So okay, we're gonna have to mess with this a little bit. Okay. So berries go there. All right. Let's just take the chocolate one off for the moment while we're testing. Okay. I'm going to have to do some rewiring of this too, so you can select if you want chocolate or not, but yeah, it's, you know, it's my boss lives in town too. So, you know, we're both close, but at least, you know, he was there and he knew what was going on. Okay. All right, so what we have going on here now are sweet berries and no... What? Oh, you know what would be really cool? Setting these up. Okay, so this is the wheat. This... All right, cool. We'll deal with that in a little bit. I don't know what I just sent over here, but I bet it's bad. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to set a filter on this too for various doughs. Okay. So sugar and cocoa powder. Awesome. Okay, so sugar and cocoa powder, which I don't have. Do I have? Okay, yes. Okay, stream joke. Why did Dracula lie in the wrong coffin? He made a grave mistake. Like Dracula, that joke bites. All right. Okay, so... All right, so that's all going. We've got raw cookies coming in. So many raw cookies coming in. Did I not get 8 berries on that? Huh. That's where you need to stand. Yeah. Yeah, right here. So you can get all of the raw cookies. Yep, that's... We'll be running this through an automated cooker, so that'll be good, but... Why do I not have... That's weird. All right. I'm going to temporarily... We'll just set those to receive so they don't broadcast anything. 7/8, and that goes back. And we are getting... That turns out to be 5. Why did we only get 5 berries? Ugh. All right, I'm going to have to come up with something more reliable than that because that's just not going to cut it. All right, well, that's where we'll leave it for today with the clock of our dreams. The good news is, basically, yep, Sprite's got the right idea. But basically, that's the basics. Yeah, you know. So much fun. All right, so we'll have to figure this out, but definitely an 8 tick or an 8 yeah. An 8 item clock is what I'm going to need here, so we'll figure that out next time. But until then, I do want to thank all of you for joining me today. It has been a lot of fun. I do want to give a shout out to my awesome and amazing, well, everybody, but also my supporters at musicfreegaming.com, because that is an excellent way to support the show. And you can also get merch there and all sorts of other good stuff. So check that action out. And again, thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. It's been fun. Helps if I hit the right button. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music for Gaming, signing off.